What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's for the lag of God. Nah, that was shameless a plug. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, we are here to do a second album review of the same artist, Genuine, but of a different album, which is Pain and Happiness. So, this album, mate, like, trust me, you're just not ready for this album. Like, no matter how much you prepare, you are just not ready. Like, I had, for this one, like, I've spoken a little bit about it to him, and kind of took him what he said, and even after being like prepared by Genuine himself, I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. Like, I know what it's like to go through the things that he goes through in this album, and some of this album it was very reflective for myself as well. So it was quite a journey for me, and obviously a fucking journey for Genuine. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Again, I've made my little notes on my little pad. This is a 10-track EP, so we're just gonna do the 10 tracks, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, so the first one is intro, and it has a really like Yeezus meets. Well, in fact, the whole album is basically inspired by Kanye, but from like the 808 and Heartbreak albums. But this one really reminds me of the Yeezus album if it met Run the Jewels. Like, just that mad kind of deep, dark synth work. Oh man, fucking, it's just naughty. Oh yeah, and it's got like this dinging noise in the background, and reminds me a lot of the Terminator films. There's a reverse warping effect in the breakdown, and it kind of makes you feel as if you're gonna pass out. Like the dinging of the ding ding of the kind of Terminator feeling with the ding, and then you've got like this crazy mad fucking reverse warping going on, and like, I don't know, it just makes you feel like you're having some mad fucking panic attack, and you're about to just pass the fuck out. Like, you're literally just about to pass the fuck out. Alright, the next one is Coming Back Home. The only annoying thing I found about this one was the producer tags. That was basically what just annoyed me about it. Otherwise, what I liked most is the smack of the 808. The build up until it all comes together at about 1 minute 47 is a pretty fucking good touch. I do love, like, I don't mind waiting for build ups, but I like a good long gradual build up when you know, like, when you hear a build up and you know there's gonna be something there in it. And at 1 minute 47, like, it just all fucking comes together. And Chuck reminds me of when Kanye sang the his Hey Mama track. I can't fucking remember what fucking album that's on. But yeah, definitely reminds me of that. Oh yeah, what's it I got here? I wanna come home, but you won't let me in. Talk behind my back, and what's up with that? Like, I know I didn't just do that line any justice because I just read that, but when you hear that in the track, it is fucking chilling. And so I kind of thought of it as like his mum doesn't want anything to do with him, as if, I don't know, as if there's some sort of shame or something. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, again, I was kind of in and out of that one. Like, for me, coming home was kind of like, wow, is there a home? Am I gonna find a sort of peace anywhere? That was kind of what I was thinking. And then I heard that line and I was like, oh shit. So I went back, just kind of rewind that line and was like, oh mate, like, is that what he's talking about? So again, like, hands up, I could be wrong, but we'll see in it. We'll see. Third track is Fallen Angel. So the sample at the beginning sounds like we're being taken to church, and like basically it's just this guy preaching, and it's like I don't know where he got the sample, but it's fucking sick wherever he got it from. I don't know, but it's fucking sick. And yeah, then it just goes into this massive boom bap beast. Also the use of the sample, I think it's like the third verse. He has like a cool like no, hang on, is it the third verse? Oh, I haven't put what fucking verse it's in. Anyway, he has this good use of like a call and response. Sorry, call and respond use of the sample. So he'll say something and then he'll use like parts of the sample to answer it. And I thought that was really fucking cool. I love when shit like that kind of comes together. I love it. So yeah, so I thought that was a really good touch. This song, I feel he's talking about a girl who has dreams to be an actress, moves away to pursue this dream, but unfortunately, other things creep into her life, and instead of going down one path, she accidentally slides off to another, and instead of being what she wants to be, she becomes something else, and she's really not happy about it. So instead of being this, well, as it says in the title, innit, really, instead of this being this angel, this Hollywood superstar, this like beauty on screen, she's kind of gone the other way, and as it says, she's fallen. She's just absolutely fallen. Like she's just gone off the edge. Oh, excuse me. All right. Number 4 is a track called Black Cherry, and this reminded me of the track Heartless, like with the track. I can't. Do you know? I was just about to sing it, but I was like, hang on, I can't sing, and I haven't got any auto tune, so I'm not gonna sing it. But you'll know the one, Heartless on the 808 and Heartbreak album, beast of a track. And yeah, it reminds me of that with the auto tune singing, and it creates a tension as if he's a prisoner in himself. Like, what have I put there? In Chains reminds me of the story. Oh yeah. So it also reminds me of the story of Zeus when he or of Prometheus when he was captured by Zeus for helping out the humans, and Zeus basically had him tied to this great big fucking, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Greek mythology, but anyway, like Prometheus was tied to this great big fucking rock like that, like chained up, everything. I can't remember if it was a vulture or a crow, but basically every day he was sentenced to have this bird like peck away at his guts and basically eat him alive. And then so like Monday morning, he'd wake up on this rock, this bird's pecking away at him, and he's like, oh fuck it, here we go. Anyway, Monday night he dies. Like, so I don't know, let's say like he dies at 11:55. Midnight, boom, all of a sudden he's reincarnated to be eaten all over again. And it's just like, mate, that's fucking savage. But yeah. And the reason why I thought that was because he says like he's there in these chains, and you can hear this dog growling and barking in the background. And because the song reminds me of being a prisoner, that's why it reminded me of the Prometheus thing. So we're tied up in chains, but instead of a crow pecking at our guts or whatever bird it was, I can't remember, it's just a dog. It's just this fucking dog there, this great big beast of a fucking dog, and it's there, and then you one false move, that fucker's gonna have you. Like, and that's what that reminded me of. Anyway, I spent too long kind of explaining that one. Right. Track 5, Run to My Heart. Again, producer tag pissed me off a little bit, but I really like the feel of this beat, but I can't tell if he wants to run to his heart to find himself, or if he's trying to run to close himself off from heartbreak and love. So I don't know. I could, like, if he was trying to find himself, I'm gonna go more with trying to find himself. That's where I'm gonna go more with it. But also got the feeling that he was also trying to shut himself off from the world. Like, I mean, I don't know if we've all done it, but I know that I've done it. There was a point where, I don't know, when I was younger, I felt like I was ugly as sin. Do you know what I mean? Like, ugly as sin. Like, all my friends, like, I'm kind of that weird awkward motherfucker you warn your friends about. I'm that person. Like, I know friends have warned friends about me, because I'm that fucking person that doesn't really make very good first impressions. And so yeah, so like friends are getting the girlfriends, friends are doing this, and you're there just like, looks like I'm third wheeling again. So yeah, and then because of that, you think, oh, I'm kind of ugly, or there's something wrong with me, and so then you choose to kind of like close yourself off. I did that for ages. I chose to try and shut down my emotions so that I wouldn't feel anything. And I'm quite an empathetic person. All right, this is going to run on for a long time, but I'm quite an empathetic person, and I care a lot, which is why I started this. But there was a time when I just really chose to go against that. Everything I could, I used just to not care. Literally just to not care. So that's why I feel that track goes between those 2 points. But I really want to say that he's trying to find himself. I mean, I hope that he hears this and he corrects me on it, and then, you know, we can then let you know whether or not he was trying to find himself, or whether or not he, like me, chose to just shut himself off and see what was going to happen. Okay, so track 6 is Be a God. So from the start, it'll probably send you deaf with the bass, because the bass is like, and you're like, oh fuck, especially with headphones on. So yeah, if you're listening to track 6 with headphones on, be careful. Listening to this song took me back to when I tied with the idea of death, but I then slipped into a way of thinking that I was invincible. Yeah, so Be a God again relates back to what we were just talking about, the whole like closing of emotions, and then it's like death would play a lot on my mind, and I'd have a lot of I can't even say it. A lot of conversations about life and death, you know, like existing. And then there come a time where, like, I don't know, my brain just switched, and in weird ways, I kind of thought like I was invincible. I kind of thought maybe I was a god. You know what I mean? I know that'd probably get me like locked up, but there were times when I thought like that. It was like, actually, do you know what? Like, I'm still here. I've tried, like, whatever's going on, I'm still here. I'm not like, I'm a god. So that took me ages to get around that. Like, yeah, you're not a god. Like, you're just human, and you know what is what is. Do you know what I mean? So gotta try and make the most of that. So that took me a little while to get around. Anyway, enough about me. So 7 is Rain. The filtering on the vocals sounds like he's giving the effect of drowning. I'm not even going to try and recreate that. The build and the mood definitely sound like someone who's come to terms with the decision of death. And even though it's such a fucking dark song, and the way that, as I say, as the way that he's done his vocals sounds like he's kind of drowning. The chorus is fucking catchy, and in some ways you kind of feel bad because it's like there's this song and it's got this really dark fucking tone, but then you can't help but sing along with the chorus when it comes on, and you're like, it's kind of like a conflict of interest in some weird ways. Yeah. So track 8 is Deliverance. Oh yeah, this track, right. I couldn't really make a lot of this out through all the effects like going on, because there was a lot of effects, and yeah, a lot of effects, and sometimes things would kind of just like go over things and I'd miss it, and I'm like, oh, shit, like I'm missing out. But what I think was going on was that he's trying to give like a handout, like, you know, it's like one last sort of, look, take my hand, let's patch things over, let's do this, like, let's be better than what we're trying to be, you know? Like, the expression, you offer a hand to someone, I kind of feel like that's what he was doing with that track. Yeah, track 9 is Why. This sounds like a man who has found acceptance with what is going on and is now trying to take the steps to start beating it in a positive way. It also reminds me of those dirty looks that people give you when you're just trying to, like, to be better or survive. Like, the fuck are you looking at me for? I know you ain't perfect type of looks. Let me get a drink real quick. God, talk so much. So yeah, so sounds like a guy who's found the acceptance in life, and it's just like, actually, do you know what? They're gonna say fuck you. They've said fuck you, and this person said fuck you. But I know deep down, like, I can find a reason to say fuck you. And so I think why is kind of like, why, like, you know I'm hurt. You can clearly see there's something wrong, but yet you're still giving me these dirty looks. And I mean, yeah, like, I don't know, but I've had them as well. You know, when you're really fucking down there, and like, and you know, you don't exactly give a fuck how you dress. You don't really give a fuck how you look. You just fucking, you're just an empty shell. You know what I mean? You're just an empty shell, and you're there on a bus. You've probably been wearing the same top for like a good couple fucking days. And people give you that look like, oh, look at him. Oh, what a fucking cunt he is. Like, oh god, dirty cunt. Like, and you just say, yo, like, the fuck is your problem? I know you got problems. Like, don't come around here and judge me for problems, because I know you got problems. And it's that sort of thing. Well, that's what I thought of it anyway. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but that's how I thought of it. And so then he's thought, you know what? Look, I don't need your fucking, like, your fucking dirty looks. You know what? Fuck your dirty looks. Stick them up your ass. And then he's decided, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do I kind of like doing? And obviously, he likes doing music, so he's obviously gone and thought, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do music. I'm just gonna let the whole fucking world know what the fuck is going on, as if like one last fuck you to everyone before he makes that transition and does what he needs to do. You know, like, I don't think the word's redemption, but I want to use redemption, or like redeeming, but I'm probably wrong there, so forgive me. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Last one is a track called Preach. So what I got here is the sample is sick, and the beat reminds me again of something from Run the Jewels. So on this track, he's embraced God and asked to be forgiven for his past actions. Again, kind of what we were saying about with why. And accepted his new path away from the devil, away from the monotonous day-to-day scheduling the system has built for us, along with the actions we take to try and survive it. Like, so I feel again, coming from the why, like he's giving you the great big fuck you, basically, is what he's done. And in Preach, he's telling you, look, like, don't follow this bullshit. Don't follow what you're always told. I mean, they're like, okay, we're told certain things by people, in order that they might be having our best interests at heart, or they don't want to see us get hurt, so they tell us stuff. But then, how many times can you listen to something before you're like, actually, do you know what? I don't know if I should listen. Maybe I should just do. That's kind of what I think he's doing. It's like, look, fuck what you're fuck what you're told for all these things. Go and do what you want to do. Is basically what I think Preach is. It's like, look, don't live to this system. Don't go and make these fucking money grabbing bastards any more money. Like, I mean, they may say there's no money, but yet they're selling all their fucking all these businesses and all these agreements off to their friends so that their friends can make money. They go live in their fucking mansions, and while we live in our little huts. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I think he's doing. It's like, kind of like, look, just step up, step out, rebel. Do what you want to do. And yeah, that's the album. That's the whole one take. That's what I got from the one take of it. And yeah, so as we summed it up before at the beginning, but to sum it up again, this album, like, I don't know if he'd go back and redo it, because this is a very personal album. It's a very dark place to be. But it would be sick if he did. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, it's a sick album as it is, but if he could go back and like clear that up a little bit, man, that'd be so fucking good. And to sum it up as well, it also reminds me as if Kanye was stood in a room with all the different Kanyes around him. So like College Dropout, all the way around to like the life of Pablo, or whatever the last album it was that Kanye released. I can't remember, but the only one I can remember is the life of Pablo. So all of them are just sitting around a room in their big thrones, and they're looking down on Kanye and having this massive argument, and then it just turns into this big free for all. And they're all trying to find space in this little thing, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. Is like everyone's just trying to find space in this brain. So yeah, that was that's Pain and Happiness. That's what I thought about it. And that's by Genuine, Genuene. Hang on, I hope I fucking said that right. Yeah, Genuene. There we go, Genuine. And yeah, that's another album review. I mean, like, I probably should do it while I'm listening to the tracks, but I like to listen to the tracks on my own and then make notes. So yeah, that's what I've got. And again, hope you enjoyed it. Peace.